Hey there, my name is John Siskovich. I'm a farmer in Western Connecticut, and I'm the founder and creative director here at Farm Marketing Solutions. And I have a cheat sheet on the wall I'm going to reference right now. Today we're talking about push versus pull marketing and what that means on this Farm Marketing Solutions YouTube channel that I got here. So push versus pull marketing. This one is going to seem very straightforward, but I've gotten this question a lot in my inbox and I wanted to address it referencing a piece of content that I had already created. Pull marketing is when the market is pulling on you to create something, wants you to create something. When I first moved to Western Connecticut, I wanted to be a organic vegetable farmer. Actually, when I first wanted to get into agriculture, I wanted to be an organic heirloom vegetable farmer, like very specifically. And I was like drooling over the Baker Creek heirloom seed, that Petaluma Seed Company catalogs, and was like, oh, this is exactly what I want to do in the world. And I got through. I went through a crazy journey and landed in Connecticut, and I knew what area I wanted to be in, and I started to do some of my market research, and I was like, there's a lot of vegetable growers in my area. Not a lot, but there's, comparatively to livestock, there were a lot of people growing vegetables, and I was like, this is gonna be stiffer competition, I'm gonna have to do more work. And so I looked around in the livestock department, and I was like, there's some people doing beef, and there's grass-fed beef, so there's a need in the area for grass-fed meats. But there's some sheep and there's some lamb. People are selling lamb, but there's really no pork, and there's no chickens. It was a market opening for me. So I started to do some research and see what chicken prices were in all the stores. And then I went to the farmer's market and see what people are selling there. I went to Whole Foods. I went to pretty much every grocery store that there is. And so I looked at not just what the prices for chicken were, but what were the prices for everything. If I knew what it cost me to raise a chicken, I knew what price point I had to hit. Is that within the realm of what is reasonable for my socioeconomic area? And I was like, yes, this is all good. And then so I started raising chickens, and I started putting the word out there and doing my marketing, and I was very diligent about my marketing in that first year. And people responded really well, and I sold every bird, all 1,300. I went from 40 birds as an apprentice to 1,300 birds my first year farming. Then I sold every bird pre-sale before I even had product. So that's whether I was a good salesman or I had a good market or both. It was a success for me. Success not in whole farm viability, and that's a different topic, but in that I achieved my goal of selling all my chickens for that year. That's pull marketing. The market really wants something and you say, I will create it for you. You want it? Here it is. Now, push marketing is when you create something because you want to grow it, and that doesn't necessarily mean other people want to buy it. And it seems common sense that you have a product that you're excited about and you think is a great idea, but there may not be a market. With push marketing, it's a lot of extra work where you're doing a lot of education and outreach, teaching people why they need your thing versus saying, oh, what do you need? Here it is. That's an easier transaction. That where, trust me, once you try this, you're really gonna want it, you're really gonna need it, whatever it is. That is a much more difficult and more expensive sell to make than just serving the market. So does that make a lot of sense? So your homework for today and this week and then going forward is to, when you're out at the stores, constantly do your market research on what is the price of your chicken or whatever you're selling going for at all the grocery stores in your area. Do your shopping, your town shopping, and do some market research while you're there and just see how are the prices doing, where the market's at. Listen to your customers at the farmer's market. If they're asking for something and you're looking to expand your farm, explore the direction that people want you to go in. It may not be 100% aligned with exactly where you saw your life going, but if you think you can find joy in it, serve that market, get better at business, and then be so rich and famous growing all that stuff that the market wanted that you can then go back to whatever it is that you thought was a great idea before. Your other homework is to subscribe to the channel, because tomorrow this is my cheat sheets over here. We're gonna be talking about seasonal farm marketing. What can you do in the winter? This is a pastured poultry packet number 2 week, where I have my poultry packet here Then I wrote about all this stuff. It's like super thick and full of information. And I used the pages of that book as kind of idea starters. I'm very passionate about this stuff, and that's why I create the videos. I leafed through the book and was like, I found 5 things that I really want to talk about, and those are the 5 videos for this week. Then the last thing, because I'm just cramming it all in here, is my little nugget of information. So on the second one, push-pull marketing, I was going to talk about it. This is from the relationships section of the poultry packet. I want to talk about a very important relationship or relationships in my life. Myself and Kate are really blessed with really tight-knit families who there's a lot of support, there's a lot of love. Kate's got a little bit bigger of a family than me, but my family no less passionate. As I'm recording this, my birthday is coming up on February 3rd. I'm traveling down to New Jersey to spend the weekend with my older brother at his house, and my younger brother is coming down from the Boston area to spend the weekend with our wives and significant others and our kids, and just enjoy the weekend, and for me to defend my championship as the best bowler in the family. Oh yes. So we'll see in future videos whether or not I was able to defend that championship. With farm marketing, it's all about relationships. There are relationships that will mean just a very shallow business relationship to you, and then people who you create family or new family or connections with old family through the work that you do and the work out in the fields, pulling chicken tractors, digging in the soil, putting in the sweat and just the grind time. And yeah, it's just good. Creating a market for a product versus serving a market that already needs and wants something. And you can kind of see where that's going. So subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and until next time, I will see you out in the field.